Dear friends and followers, this is Lena from Sweden, and I'm just going through a lot of stuff right now, so I thought I'd take the chance to share some of it with you, and I'm really doing it for me, for my own sake, because I'm creative, and I have like 10 years of history now in several 12-step programs, but in the 12-step movements, which means that I enjoy and appreciate sharing a lot. Like, I'm not a coach or a guru or anything, but I'm a person who reflects a lot over like spiritual things and my own development, so why not share? And I've been thinking about, like, the last 2 days I've been thinking about, how I relate to my recovery when it comes to like evaluating my life from the point of view of being in recovery, instead of valuing my life from the point of view of like the ego or achievement. And it started happening like just a few days ago when I was going through some memories on my phone, and I found some pictures from travels that I made like many years, not many years, 5 years, 7 years ago, that I posted on Instagram. And like, looking back at the time, I can feel very grateful that I've been fortunate enough to like travel, make art, make music, record videos, like not even on a very professional level, but on a free creating, free artist level. I've experienced a lot of beautiful things that not everyone even gets to experience. And I've seen places like in Latin America, the Caribbean, United States, Europe, that are so beautiful. And I met with musicians and other creative people, and I feel very grateful about that. So I posted this and I got some likes and I experienced that I got some likes that triggered this evaluation of achievement in me. Like maybe people were like, oh yeah, she really did something with her life back then or once, as if as it kind of made me look at my life, after these journeys that I was making, and I started to think like, but what have I done since, and why haven't I gotten further since these, like, the travels that I made? And back then, maybe I was actually more successful than I am now. Maybe I've stagnated. Maybe I'm stuck. Maybe I'm not developing. And the truth is that in the last like 4-5 years of my life, I've had to change a lot, and in terms of relationships, friendships, employment, routines, health. My dad died. I broke out of a very toxic relationship. I lost some friends in that process, like close friends. I switched career or jobs, and I went through like a major surgery with recovery on top of that. So things really changed the last years, but in a different way. It was not achievement, it was recovery. And looking at this recovery, it's much more boring. It's so much more boring than the travels I made to other countries. So it triggered like, yeah, but what have I done with my life really? Like, what am I doing now? And I realized that like these last few years where I've been taking care of me, my body, my soul, my spirit, my recovery, I've been going to meetings, I'm listening to YouTube meditations, therapists, I'm taking it easy, I'm living one day at a time. And the ego doesn't really like that. The ego doesn't like recovery. The ego doesn't like peace and quiet. The ego doesn't like space. And this is the nature of the ego. So at the same time, it isn't possible to like accuse the ego for being frustrated with peace and quiet and space, calm. The ego likes drama. The ego likes events. The ego likes drastical, tangible like outcomes, like children. Why didn't you produce any children? Why didn't you produce like a master's degree that is like hierarchy or career or monies, like things you can like touch and keep and go? That's what the ego likes. So I noticed this thing triggering in me, this happening in me. I haven't moved from my apartment. I haven't bought anything special. I don't own like a car now or a house, or I didn't get married. Or so what did I do? I've been pretty well. And that's the thing. I've been living one day at a time. I've been taking care of myself. I mean, I've suffered also, and I've grieved, but I've lived kind of a different kind of life in my recovery the last 3, 4, 5, going on like 5 years now, where I lost people, I lost some action. Maybe I could have like done more career-oriented things. Maybe I could have married and gotten children. Maybe I could have changed my native country, or like I could have moved to another country. I could have bought something. I could have sold my house. I could have done, but I didn't. I took it one day at a time, and I have space. So yeah, that was so interesting to see how I was like, no, I've done nothing. My ego was not happy with seeing how calm my last few years have been. And of course, this has been my goal, as I've been like deep in the disease as a codependent, and as an adult child and a relative of an alcoholic. This peace and quiet has been my goal for like all my life. I've been like, oh, but if only the drama would disappear, if only I could have a calm life and peace and quiet without any toxic people or any emergencies and drama and adrenaline and fear and threats. And this is it. This is it now. I'm under no direct threats. And the ego is bored. So you can keep this in mind if you find yourself like, blah, when you're in recovery, that, yeah, maybe this is a part of it, and it's our abstinence or our ego wanting to go out there for kicks. And yeah. So why not put on your bucket list that you just want to have a good day? I think we should all put that on our bucket list. We have like very dramatic bucket list, like, yeah, jump from a cliff, jump from an airplane, do this, whatever. But to have a good day should be on everyone's bucket list. And for me in recovery, it's been more and more like, yeah, my goal is to have a good day. And today, my goal is to have a good day. My goal is to have a good day. And the good days just keep on like lining up in a beautiful line of boring peace and quiet. Anyone relating? Talk to you later.